Hi there, this is Greg, the Masked Gamer, and I am here to do challenge number 2 for Primal, the Awakening, the Dygorax challenge. Dygorax, whatever. For those of you who are new to my channel, this is a place for COVID cautious folks to talk about board games. You do not have to be COVID cautious to be here, provided there is no minimization, denialism, or harassment of any kind. With that said, I am here by myself today, so I'm going to remove my mask and get splattered by the Dygorax. Now, first of all, I just want to confess, I did a really half-assed job of building these decks and picking equipment. My Primal collection is a hot mess. It is a mess. I just have cards everywhere. I don't know what I'm doing. What I really need is like a binder that is in the size of these little cards and a binder that is in the size of these big cards, and I need somebody to send me links that I can buy binders at that will do that so I can organize this mess before I lose my mind. But like I didn't even like see half of my level 1 equipment cards because I don't know where they are anymore. I don't know. They're all gone. But anywho, we are going to do challenge 2, the number 2 Sandstorm. It's against the Dygorax. The Flayba text is: the wind shifts without warning. Dygorax unleashes its wrath from the heavens upon the desert sands, and its storm tears through the hunters, scattering them apart. The dragon breathes blood in isolation. We're fighting a level 1 Dygorax. We are obviously not using any nightmare variants because I'm gonna lose anyway. Special rules. The sandstorm reshapes the desert, and the dunes take on the form of massive golden beasts, trapping you between their scorching, grainy jaws. Cool. They really love the adjectives there. At the start of your turn, you will place a sand terrain in your sector. If there's already a sand terrain in your sector, you will place a dust token instead. So we're just going to get battered by dust. We're going to be blind. We're going to choke. We're going to die. It's going to be great. Also, you are utterly alone in the desert. You cannot see your comrades, and their voices are swallowed by the wind, which says that players who are in a sector with sand terrain cannot perform assists, so basically there's no assists going on. Today I've decided to bring Leonor, the Sword and Shield, and Kara, the Dual Blade, with us, and the reason that I've made this decision is because last time I used Kara and Daron, whatever. I'm limited to these 3 characters for these challenges right now because we are doing a campaign with the gun and the bow and the hammer. But as we know, we're going to get some new weapon characters at some point in time, so I'll be able to shake things up a bit. But we're going to start this hot mess. This is the absolute best I could come up with for spacing. What we're going to do, we're going to move me to cover up. We're going to move me to the bottom left here where I'm going to cover up Leonor's board, and we're going to use this little space here for the action sequence of cards. So hopefully we'll get to see mostly what's going down over here. So, at the start of round 1, we will place a dust token in the front sector, and Dygorax will gain a player count -1 struggle, which is 1, because 2 minus 1 is 1, yay! And we're going to start round 1. Do I want to consume any potions in round 1? Nah, I might. Monster upkeep. We do not do a behavior refresh in round 1. However, Dygorax does gain 2 more struggle, bringing him up to 3 already. And I believe that it is 6 that we go boom at. Oh gosh, I haven't played this in so long. You'd think I'd know these things by now. I'm doubting myself. I'm almost positive that Unleash... Why can I never find it? Oh no, it's 3 times player count. Yes, so 6. I was right. Okay. Dust tokens, I believe, have no effect on their own, but can be interacted with cards. If I am correct. Doesn't say dust. Oh, wait, no. Dust is a special token placed on the board at the start of your attrition phase. Take a disrupt token for each dust in your sector. When you receive a disrupt token, place it on a defensive card in your sequence, and that card does not count during your attrition check this turn. Discard any disrupt tokens at the end of your attrition phase. At the end of the round, remove all dust tokens from the board. You can have a maximum of 2 dust tokens per sector. And I'm assuming what we want to try to do, but I'm not sure, but I think what we want to try to do is keep ourselves in the sand so that we don't get sand everywhere in our eyes, but we'll see what happens. Player turns. So we are going to start with, oh shoot, it would help if I like drew hands of cards for myself, wouldn't it? So let's see here. So Kara's, I'm not going to show y'all the cards that I have. You're just going to see what I play out as I play it out, is how we're going to do this, because I just don't have the room or the capacity to think today. Okay, so first we need to decide. Oh, so first, it's not my attrition phase. I'm not in a space with sand. I am in a space with a wild one. At the end of my turn, if I am threatened, I will suffer damage equal to my weapon level. Whenever I move from a sand location, I'm going to have to spend 1 extra stamina. So I think I am going to try to do some movement here. The question is, what will I move? What will I use to move? I'm going to discard this. I'm going to discard a yellow card to move to the sand. And this is our friend Leonor. You can tell because he has a shield that you cannot see from so close up. Then it is a hand size of 5. Right? Oh my gosh, it's been such a long time. Hand size of 5. Hand size of 5. Hand size of 5. Hand size of 5. Why won't it tell me? Yes, 5. Okay, so we have moved. That was excellent. We moved out of the dust space and into the sand space. Sand only happens at the start of your turn. I cannot perform assist from a sand space. We are going to play some cards. We don't want to play a yellow card. I have a bunch of poopy in my hand is what I have. Oh, wait. Oh no, I am the aggro player. Oh, let's just start getting these triggers going. Yeah, we're gonna start these triggers going. I am going to play this yellow card Rally into my sequence. I can choose a player to draw one or immediately move without paying any stamina cost. I'm going to use that to choose myself to draw one so that maybe I can actually do something this turn. However, what that's going to do is it's going to trigger this card over here, this number 2. Oh, did I forget anything? No, I didn't forget anything. Okay. Pressure. Under pressure. Dygorax is going to gain 1 struggle. Oh, player count -1 struggle, which is 1 struggle. And then the active player will suffer damage unless they play a defensive card as the next card in their sequence. Well, that sucks. Well, first, we're going to give ourselves that 1 struggle. And then I don't have any more defensive cards because I used 1 to pay for the thing that I had. So I am going to go ahead and suffer 1 damage. And I, of course, didn't give myself damage trackers because I don't like using the actual health trackers. I like using damage trackers instead. So I have taken 1 damage out of the 12 that I have as Leonor. I do not have any retaliate abilities endemically. And then this is going to go here, which is going to be end of turn. You know what else I forgot? I forgot this handy little thing called attrition cards for this scenario. Yeah, I'm doing real good today. I'm really on top of my shizzle. I'm not on top of my shizzle. I'm not on top of any shizzle. The good news is I have some cards now. So this could be nice. This could be nice. But let's see. I'm going to put that there. So we need to get 4 blue cards played to fudge pickles, to activate my tactician ability, which will then let me treat all monster sides as exposed when I'm in the front, which is going to help us for the later rounds, and I'll be able to help people move for free, which is going to be very important in this combat, I think. We'll see if I am correct. And so what we're going to do is we are going to, we're going to go ahead and play Tempo, which is going to remove one struggle. And because it's a blue, I'm going to get to put one of my counters on my card. I might have forgotten some of the what is the word I'm looking for? I might have forgotten some of the other tools that I need. Let me slide this up here so you can see this. Okay. Then I've done that. Now if I play a red card next, I'll be able to remove an additional struggle, as well as doing some damage and healing. Because I took damage and I want to try to keep my health as full as possible, that is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to use counterattack as my discard, which sucks because it could have done some damage later on, but I'm going to use that to play Shielded Strike. If I had played this after a yellow card, I would have been able to remove one struggle, but because I played it after, I played this blue card before it, I can also remove one struggle from Tempo. And I'm going to do 3 damage to the boss, so we're going to use this health tracker for the boss, who has now taken 3 out of the 10 necessary wounds to reduce its health, and we're going to put that on the boss's sheet there. And more importantly, because I have the Ocean Shield, whenever I play a blue card then a red card, I can heal one once per turn. So I can go ahead and just heal that damage that I took and keep my health at a full. And that is very important to us. However, here I go again. I have triggered this red card, which is the Voice of Destruction. The active player will suffer damage unless they discard a yellow card from their hand. Of course, I don't have a yellow card in my hand because I've used every card in my hand, so I'm just going to take back that wound that I just healed. But ultimately, Leonore's trying to tank, and that's going to all work out just fine as far as I'm concerned. Now we are going to move on to the attrition phase. I am not in a space with dust, so nothing else special happens there, and my attrition is 3, so I do take another damage due to attrition. Yay! And because of Dygorax's hardening ability, when a player suffers attrition damage, we will increase the hardening level by 1. Now, what does that mean? That means bad things for us. It means that wounds, if the hardening level gets to 3, it will mean a few bad things, which is every time we convert damage into wounds, excess damage will not be retained. We wouldn't be able to confuse him, stun him, or vulnerable him. I didn't really bring anything that does those things anyway, but I do want my excess damage to work out, especially because Kara is hopefully going to be a damaging powerhouse. We're going to move on to the end of turn. We are going to discard all cards in order from our sequence. We are going to draw up to a hand size of 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. And put our bold ones that we might be able to do something useful with. Oh, I think I'm allowed to taunt even though I can't assist. And what taunt will do is during another player's turn, I can take the aggro token, have the monster turn to me, and the active player will draw one. So even though I can't assist, I can still taunt. So that's good to know. Should have thought about that when I was picking my cards. I didn't think about that while I was picking my cards. And the Dygorax is going to go roar! Now, this is somewhat problematic for me because, of course, the Dygorax has something that will do very bad things when you start on its side, which is where Kara is starting her turn. So we're going to get to see what a lot of these cards do immediately. This is a wing attack. Wing attack. We will place a dust token in each of the flank sectors. Each player in those sectors will suffer damage unless they reveal 2 defense cards from their hand. Kara has 2, so she does not take damage from that. At least that's a good thing. Okie dokie, Smokey. Now, I've given her the Volt Rage, which means that I want to overrun the monster as much as humanly possible. And I, of course, took all of the overrun cards that I could possibly find. And of course, I do not I do not have any yay stuff. Okay. Da 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 da. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Okay. So it's just not going to be great. It's just not going to be great. So we are definitely going to want to move. We're going to discard one of our defense cards to do that, to move behind the Dygorax, because whenever you hit the Dygorax from the rear, you will decrease the hardening level by 1. Not when you hit it, but when you utilize a red card at that time. Now the problem is, as soon as I play an attack card, bad things are going to happen. Yay! So no matter which of these cards I play first, a bad thing is going to happen. So we're going to play the red card first, just to make sure that the thing doesn't turn around. We are going to discard this green card to play Scythe. It's an assist, which doesn't do anything, but it is a chain with blue, so if I play a blue card next, it will be free. I believe, yeah. Yeah. And then this will allow us to remove 1 struggle. We will do 3 damage to the boss, bringing its health on this first wound level to 6. Because we're in the rear sector, we can lower the hardening level by 1. But that is a attack card, so we're going to trigger this. Armoring. The monster's ivory skin thickens until it becomes harder than stone. And this would spend 2 boost icons to increase the hardening level by 1. However, it only has 1 hardening, 1 of those icons, so nothing happens. So it didn't turn, that's good. The bad news is that this card is going to trigger after 2 attack cards, and we are going to play an attack card next. Because we want to do damage. So we're playing Slice, which is free because I'm playing it after the chain effect comes into play. I do get aggro for that, which is something I generally don't want Kara to be getting. But I am going to remove this 1 last struggle from there, and because that was the second card I've played, I trigger Battle Dance, which is going to, where did I put this? Trigger Battle Dance, which is going to give me, let me do 3 more damage. So it's at 9 out of 10 for its first stance, which is nice. We're going to be able to trigger that before all of the other things happen. But let's see what terrible things are going to occur here. This is a Dragon's Roar. Dygorax will gain 2 struggle and will get +1 damage until the end of the round. We will place a dust token in the aggro player's sector. Ugh. And that's going to be bad because we do have an end of round card here, and we don't know what that's going to do just yet. It could be terrible. I do have. I wanted him to attack me because I wanted to use this yellow card for that purpose. I think because he's gonna do extra damage, I think I'm just gonna hold on to that and see if I get damaged before spending it. Is that smart? No. It's better to play this card for its defense effect. And hopefully, did I screw something up with Dust? I know Dust is supposed to give me poopy stuff. Dust, 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 dust. Where is Dust? Dust, 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 dust. That is at the start of your attrition phase. Ah, so it is okay. So I'm not going to play this card because it wouldn't count as defensive because of the dust on my section. So we're going to hold on to that card for now. Sure enough, we are going to take attrition damage. I am going to play this now, which is going to cut that attrition damage from half. So instead of being 2 damage, it is only going to be 1 damage. And I draw a card, which is this card. I don't know what I'm going to do with it because it's the attrition phase, but I have it. And then we move on to the end of turn. We will discard all cards from our sequence. Now, never mind, I answered my own question there. And we're going to draw up to our hand size of 5. Now I've got a whole bunch of overrun cards, just like I wanted. Excellent. We're going to turn Dygorax to face us. Rawr. Oh, I forgot I had. It doesn't matter. Great. We are going to turn Dygorax. And then it's going to be the end of the round, so we're going to see what this terrible card is. Dust Attack. Jesus Christ. Each player in a sector with a dust token suffers damage +1. Targeted players can discard a green card from their hand to have that damage. I am going to discard Shield Block from Leonor's hand to cancel the effects of the behavior card and confuse the monster. Now, I think that gets discarded at the start of the next round, yeah. I would be able to place the confused token on the monster board, turn the monster to a sector of my choice, and the next time the monster would activate a boost effect, discard that token instead. I am going to use this opportunity to turn the Dygorax to face away from us, so that at the start of the next turn, neither this tail nor this mouth symbol will trigger. And we have emptied this field, which means we unleash. No, we escalate. And what does escalate do? 33. Escalate, escalate, escalate. Escalate. It will gain 1 struggle. Okay. So that's going to bring its struggle up to 3. All right. So its struggle is up to 3. That was the end of the round. We're going to move on to round 2. We've done next to nothing, but we'll do better this next time. Oh, at the end of every round, we cleared all of our dust, so that's nice. We're going to clear the dust, clear the dust, clear the dust. Okay. And then we go to start a round. So I can consume, but I don't think there's any need to consume right now, based on what I see. We're going to do a behavior refresh. So we're going to I could have left its tail facing me, actually, because I had this. I'm going to leave it like this. We're going to discard the tail thing, which would have been a tail smash. We would have placed a dust token in the rear sector, and the active player would have suffered a bunch of damage. Yeah, I get it. Active player suffers damage. Active player suffers damage. Good for you. Okay. The first player is going to be Kara for this round. The monster is going to gain 2 struggle, which brings us pretty close to an unleashing. We don't want no unleashing happening. And Kara's going to take her turn. Now this time we have a bunch of overruns that can happen. Oh my goodness. Oh. Oh. We might want to do some taunting here. But let's see where we get to. Yeah? Sorry, I'm just trying to sort out the best ways to do the things. We're going to discard Wall of Blade. We're going to... Oh, wait. Forgetting stuff. At the start of your turn, if you're in sand, place a dust token. And what I didn't realize is we needed to place a sand here immediately at the start of their turn at the beginning, and we did not do that. And that's going to screw up all the stamina that I spent, but we're just going to keep going onwards because that's what we're doing. We're going to keep going onwards. Okay, so we put a dust token in Kara's region. If she is threatened, the threatening has to do with these boogers over here, so I don't have to worry about that just yet. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to go ahead and let Kara get threatened because she's about to overrun anyway, and that's a movement, as far as I'm concerned. Is overrun a movement? Does overrun count as moving? I do not know the answer to that. We're just going to travel on. Okay, we're just going to do it. We're going to discard a card to play Cut Through. That is going to remove one struggle. I may immediately overrun the monster. I overrun the monster. I get a token on my piercing dash. I draw a card because that's what Cut Through says when I overrun a monster. And I place a counter on Volt Rage, which is going to increase its damage by 4. Whenever I overrun the monster, I can discard this card from my hand to deal 4 damage. So that does 4 damage, which is going to bring it up to 13, which does a wound. So that brings it up to 13, bring us down to 3. We do a wound. Whenever I inflict a wound, I heal 1. And when I discard a red card from my hand to generate, no, I didn't do it to generate stamina. I did it to deal 4 damage. All right. So that was a nice big start to our turn. We got another card, which is not that important. Okay, now we're going to discard Airblade, and whenever we discard a red card to generate stamina, we do a damage. And we're going to use that to play Piercing Strike. And this is going to do a whole lot of things, all right? Firstly, I can immediately overrun the monster. So I overrun the monster, and I add another token. I don't see anything about a top range on this token. I add another token to this card. I overran the monster again, so I triggered flipping my special, which now says from now on, when I overrun the monster, I will deal my base weapon damage or draw 1. That was the second attack card that I played, so I deal 3 damage to the monster because of that. I took hardening damage, attrition damage before, so that should be up by 1. It's so hard to remember all these things. I did that. And now I'm going to do my weapon damage with this red card, which is currently 8 plus 3 is 11. So I do 11 damage, bringing this up to 18. And that is going to trigger a stance change. Now, Dygorax is resistant, so I do lose all of that extra damage, which is sad, but you can see already just how much damage I'm going to be able to dish out with Kara if I time things correctly and if I wasn't cheating. But maybe I was cheating. But anywho, we are going to go to Stance 2, because the monster's now at 8 health. Stance 2, when revealed, place a fire terrain in the front sector. Great, so there's fire, there's sand, there's all of this stuff is happening. We also get to get a second permanent, which is now at the start of every round, the hardening level will also go up by 1. And that is the only other thing that changes. And this is going to last all the way until 4 health. But the monster now does 2 damage and cannot be attacked from the front until I get this tactician chain thing going. The monster still doesn't attack because it's just been sitting there like a little doopy head. I do want a taunt to happen, and because our friend because our friend Leonard is so great, he's going to go ahead and taunt, turning the monster towards him. And let me draw another card. Not giving me what I wanted, but other things are given, so we're kind of okay here. We're gonna get to do a lot more stuff. So first, we're going to play Crossover, which is just a regular all blue card, and then we're going to play Blade Rush. That triggers that was our fourth card for the round, so we get to do 5 damage thanks to Battle Stance. And then we get to do 3 more damage based on attack. And because we hit the tail, we're going to lower that hardening level by 1. And we keep aggro. We didn't technically move, so we are threatened. So we're going to probably take some damage from that. But overall, I feel like that round was worth everything that happened. And we're going to see how much damage we take from the monster, because it's going to attrition us. So here comes the attrition, and it's going to be 2 cards because I am threatened. And yeah. Okay. So we're going to take the 2, which is the worst result, which will do 2 damage to us. Ow. And because we suffered attrition damage, our hardened meter is going to go back up. And we're going to discard the cards from our sequence. And we're going to draw back up to our hand size. And the monster is going to angrily turn to face us, which is perfect, because now it's going to be Leonard's turn, and the monster's not facing him, so none of these attacks are going to trigger. Part of the problem here, though, is that Leonard just doesn't really have much to do. And there's that fire over there. So if Leonard moves, we're going to get sand in the final district, and it does cost 2 stamina to move. I am not the aggro player, so I can reveal that I have a green card in my hand and just move without spending that. So yeah, that sounds like a good idea to get on its side, because that's free, at least. We're going to start this off with some defense. We're going to discard Fate from our hand, which when we discard it, we get to draw 1 card, in order to play Perseverance, which also lets us draw 1 card. Now maybe we've got something useful to do. Yeah. We are going to first attack with Beyond Limits. I'm going to suffer 1 damage in order to increase this damage by 2, which means it's going to do a total of 5 damage, bringing us up to 13, which is 1 short of our 14 needed to do a thing. And I can choose a player to draw a card, which will be Leonard again, drawing another card. Okay. Okay. Not getting everything we want today. Not getting everything we want today. But we're gonna do things the damagey way. So we're going to discard a card to play Golden Opportunity, which is going to give us a 2nd token on Tactician. That's going to remove one struggle, and we can choose a player to reveal up to 2 red cards from their hand, deal weapon damage for each card they revealed that way. I'll choose myself to show that I have a red card, and I will do 3 damage with that, which brings the boss to 16, which is enough to cause a break. So we're going to go to 7 health for the Dygorax with that. And more importantly, I inflicted a wound, so I get to heal 1 because of my Reef Bound Plate. And then I'm going to use Rapid Dash, which is another attack card. And that's going to do 3 more damage to the boss, as well as I played it after a blue, so I will heal 1 more. So I did bunches of damage, did bunches of heal, don't have a ton of defense, am not threatened, which is nice. I did get the aggro token, though. I forgot to grab that one back. And yeah, okie dokie spooky. Let's see if I get attrition. 2. No, I had 1. That sucks. Okay, so I take 2 damage from attrition and the hardening goes up. Great. Okay. Alright, we gotta get that hardening back down is basically what that entails. And we are going to go ahead and discard these cards. That was a nice big turn for Leonard, wasn't it? And then we're going to draw up to our hand size. Some stuff. Okay. And then the monster is going to turn to face us. And we are going to move on to the end of the round. There are no end of round effects at this moment in time, as far as I know. This is going to flip on over. These dusts are going to go away. We're going to advance to round 3. There's going to be sand everywhere now. So first we can choose to consume. Nobody's got enough health to make it worth consuming an Almor, and I want to save the rest of these potions until such a point in time as I feel it is necessary to use them. So we're not going to do that. We get to bump out this yellow card, and then we're going to add 2 struggle, bringing us up to 4. And then it is going to be player turns. So threat is moving to Leonard, who is in front, which is fine for him. Bad news for him, though, is a lot of things are about to happen that are going to potentially be very, very bad. The first is we develop some sand. So now there's more sand, more dust, more sand. Attrition is just going to keep hitting us all the time. Then we're going to see what Mouthy does. Mouthy is the Burning Eye. An ancient fire burns in Dygorax's chest. In its gaze, you feel the desire to incinerate, destroy, and reduce everything to dust. It is going to first gain 2 struggle. That is going to cause an unleash, which is going to do 2 damage to everybody. Just seeing if I have anything to prevent damage. I do. I'm going to discard Bulwark. Well, Leonard's going to take 2 damage from that. And instead of Kara taking damage, I'm going to discard Bulwark, which will prevent that damage and let both me and the other player draw a card. This is more to give her more cards than anything else. I do have to suffer a damage due to that. Oh, excuse me. And then shuffle my deck back together because I had some fatigue. Leonard's got to do some healing this turn, hopefully. The problem that we have is we have a rampage coming in. It's important to note that when we do get to stance 3, so once we get down to 4 wounds and things get worse for us, this will also put fire into that space. So our mobility is going to be severely impacted by an incoming fire, dust, evil, pokey, monster, thing, dust stuff. Anyway, so let's see what we've got here. We've got Dragon Fire. That sounds lovely. Increase the hardening level by 1. He is now hardened, so when we cause a wound, we lose excess damage. We will place another dust token in the front sector, and he will spend, he will spend 2 to place a fire token in the aggro player's sector, and that player will suffer burning. So this means the next time that my deck gets emptied, I am going to, that's not really the right burning token, but it's the one I'm going to use. That means that the next time our deck gets emptied, we're going to take an extra damage in addition to it, if I recall correctly. Let me just double check my burning rules. The next time you empty your deck, suffer damage equal to your weapon level. When you suffer burning, you already have burning, you will discard the top 5 cards of your deck. So that sucked. That was terrible. And lining straight up for a whole lot of more horrible to happen to me on my turn. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. All right. Well, I'm going to have to move to do anything, basically. I'm going to discard Attack Plan to move. As long as this is in the top of my discard pile, any damage dealt to the monster by any source is increased by 1. Hopefully I will do some damage with that. That is the idea, anyway. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Okay. We are going to spend 2 stamina to use Push. That is going to give me my 3rd token on here, and I'm going to get to draw 2 cards, which hopefully will protect me from all of the horrible things coming my way, but it does not seem like that's going to be the case. So yay! Oh dear. Okay. So this first card of hell is Armoring. It would have increased the hardening level by 2, but the hardening level is already where it is. Not much I can do about that this turn. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Cool, 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 cool. We are going to discard Feint for a stamina, which lets us draw 1 in order to play Shield Dance. This would have been free if my mastery was focused, but it's not just yet. But this does allow me to do 3 damage, and because I played it after a blue card, I do get to heal 1. And unfortunately, all of these other cards got discarded, so the extra damage from Attack Plan did not come into play, and I timed that poorly, and I'm a stupid head. I am 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 a stupid head. All right, well, first we're going to reveal both of these. So first, let's reveal this one. The active player will suffer damage unless they discard a yellow card from their hand. I definitely don't have a yellow card. So we are going to go ahead and take 2 more damage. Oh no. Starting to be in trouble. And then that was the second one of those I played. So we do this as well, where Dygorax will gain 2 struggle, get +1 damage for the rest of the round, place a dust token in the aggro player's sector. And the other thing that we are going to do is Kara is going to play discard this, which lets her immediately overrun the monster, which is important because it's going to give her this +1 damage counter, which will use the better counters. No, it's 1 damage counter. No, it's just a counter. All right. So we did that. And then we have to refill this. We're going to get another one of these for escalation, because, wow, Dygorax goes through this deck pretty quickly, doesn't it? Yes, it does. And this turn is like nowhere near over yet. So I might come up with another really bad card up here. But yeah. Oh, I forgot. Because I overran the monster, I can also discard this card to draw 2 cards. Because I did smart rolling. Okay. All right. We got to get that hardening level down, though. Because if we don't get the hardening level down, then I'm going to lose so much damage from this next attack, which is going to be sucky, sucky poop poops. So I feel like, I mean, I might as well attack again because I can. So we're going to go ahead and toss another attack on there, which will do 3 more damage to the boss. I could make it. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and take 1 more damage to have increased that damage by 2 and draw another card. Try to like save myself a little bit. And we'll, oh no. This yellow, I think, just hardens the monster, if I recall. Is that accurate? No. I should remember what those are now, but I'm a little overwhelmed, so maybe I won't. So that's why I did what I did. I really want to inflict a wound here, but I really just don't have any way of doing it. I'm going to go ahead and play a defensive card just to have one. It's not going to even defend me because of the dust, so there's no point in playing a defensive card. In all actuality, that kind of sucks. Just going to hold on to it. Yeah, well, here we go. Gonna get smackled. Gonna get smackled. Yep, gonna get smackled. That's 2 more. Whew, we're getting very close to a knockout there. So the good news is I'm not threatened. Oh, it's about the attrition level. The attrition level looks okay. Oh, but there's gonna be another card. Everything's gonna suck. Everything's gonna suck. Everything's gonna suck. Okay, so we're gonna discard these cards. I still need to play 1 more blue to get that tactician out, which is so important right now. We're gonna draw 1, 2, 3. Dygorax is going to turn to face us and is invincible from this side, which is suffering succotathery. But I think it might be okay. And Kara's going to go. Because Kara's got other ways to overrun. And as long as I overrun, I'll be able to do a thing. The problem, the sad part is I couldn't get that hardening down in time. But, oh, we get a dust here because of all that stuff. Kara's going to just remain threatened because attrition's going to happen no matter what, basically. Why was it that I didn't want him to be threatened? I don't remember. Oh, no, for no reason. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Okay. I think I know what I need to do here. I don't know which of these to play. I'm not going to trigger and attract this round. So I'm gonna discard. Oh, I have to take a damage because my deck was empty and I didn't even notice. Let me let me shuffle that. Oh, Kara, chameleon. She comes and goes. She comes and goes. Kara, chameleon. It's a good song, right? Kara Chameleon. You like it? Yeah. Anyway, all right. We are going to discard reactive defense to play run through. Run through lets me immediately overrun the monster. Boom, I'm on this side. Because of my ability, I can deal my base weapon damage, which is 3. It's only going to deal 1 damage because it's fully hardened, but that will cause a wound, which will let me heal 1. Which I just remembered he had a +1 damage there, so I got to do 1 more damage to poor Leonore in the corner, who will probably die. But that's okay. And that lets me add another token to this, which now gives it a +8 damage. I am going to play discard Shadow Step to play Finesse, and since my thing is encouraged, I can draw 2 cards from that. Oh, these are not giving me the things I want to have. Okay. I don't have any more overruns coming. So that's unfortunate. We're gonna chain these together, and then this together, and then this together. Can you give me a taunt, bruh? Yeah, I can give you a taunt, sis. Okay. Ah, okay, well that's nice, but it doesn't do what I need. All right, so we are going to discard Piercing Strike, dealing 1 damage because of my Thunderhelm, to play Scythe. Scythe is going to remove 1 struggle. It is going to do, that's 8 plus 3 is 11 damage. I'm going to lose all this extra stuff. We are going to lower the hardening level. Okay. Then I get to play Half Moon, discarding, wait, chain. After a color card in your sequence. I did that backwards. It's fine. I'm going to discard that to play Half Moon, which is going to remove a struggle. It is going to do 3 damage because of Battle Dance, which causes another wound. And I had lowered the hardening level, so I'll get that 1 extra taken over. I dealt a wound, so I heal 1. That brought me down to 5, so we're almost at 4 now. I also get to deal my weapon damage and draw 1 because I played that after a red card. So that's going to be 4 here, and I draw a card. And then I'm going to get to play 1 more card, which is going to be Air Blade, giving me the aggro token. That's going to let me remove 1 struggle because I played it after a blue card. It is another attack card that will do another 3 damage. I do not have the ability to do another card out of it, which is very sad. The good news is I ended up in a section that does not have any dust. So hopefully, oh, and I did another attack, so that's going to lower the hardening again. Ha 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 ha! Lower your hardening. So attrition. Oh, I've only been moving with overruns, so I still have to draw 2 cards and take the worst one, which is 2. But I have 2, so I don't take attrition damage from that. The sad part is that means that health potion is going to do crud all this next round. But it is what it is. We're going to discard. Oh, this goes here. Discard, reclaim. Oh, if I paid 2 reds in a row, I would have been able to add it to my hand. And then we draw 5. But I feel like that was a nice turn. Okay. And it's going to turn to face me. And that's going to be the end of this round. So this fire goes away. This fire flips over. These dust tokens go away. And oh, end of round, this happens. This terrible thing happens. Each player in a sector with a dust token suffers damage +1. They can discard a green from their hand to have that damage, which I'm going to do because I would die otherwise. So that means I am reducing 3 damage to, I think we round down. I'm just going to say it's 1 and say I'm okay. And the good news is whenever I suffer damage, I can discard this card to deal 3 damage to the boss. So at least on my way to my doom, which is incoming shortly, I could do some more damage. I was not in the fun sector. Yeah, okay, that's all we can do there. He's going to go down. Well, actually, no, because that would have been the damage that would have knocked him down, and I can prevent that damage once per game with my Iron Helm. So I just prevented that damage. Did I try to do something to make it do less that I didn't need to? There was a habit that I did. Was there? It would have been 3. Let's say I didn't discard this because I would have prevented that damage with the Iron Helmet. So I'm gonna turn that to tell myself I did that. This game exhausts my brain so much, y'all. All right, this goes away. This comes out. This passes to her. We start the new round. I feel like, unfortunately, I do have to use this potion to heal too, just because, like, I'm about to go down otherwise. So it is what it is. And are not at the point yet where we are going to drink a potion for her. She's been like dancing, singing, doing all this wild stuff. Did we suffer attrition damage? We did, so that should have gone up by 1. This goes away as well. We move to round 4. At the start of the round, hardening goes up, so our hardening is at that point again. Now, the thing is, it doesn't matter this time because it would be a stance change, so whenever this next damage happens, it is still going to, go up, go down. Words. Use words, Greg. Use words. Okay, so I am going to need to overrun. Right. Other things happen. We discard this. We put this instead. We put 2 of that. Now I start my first turn. At the start of another player's turn, you may discard this card from your hand. If you do, you can immediately move without paying any stamina cost. I don't think that makes sense. But at the start of her turn, what she can do, when she discards this card from her hand for movement, she may overrun the monster instead of moving and remove 1 struggle. So we're going to remove 1 struggle, do the overrun. Whenever I overrun, I can deal my base damage, weapon damage, or draw 1. We are going to draw 1 because we want to try to get a bigger turn. Cards get stealth until the end of this turn. Yeah, I think I need to do it like this. We are going to, this is going to be weird, but we're going to start this with an attack card that is going to do 3 plus 4 is 7 damage, which is only 4 in this case. But it does reduce the hardening level. It does cause a wound, which lets me heal. And it will update our stance to next stance level. So, and this would have started with dust here. When revealed, each player in a section with dust suffers damage, but the dust was in front. And that's the only thing that changes other than the fact that we now need to do a lot more damage. So that's actually, and resistant is gone. Oh, that's because there's no stones after that, so pulse resistant. We're going to go ahead and pop a slice in here, which is free because of chains, so we get to remove 1 of these. That was our 2nd damage this turn, so we get to do 3 damage from our battle dance with that. There's really just not much else that I can do. There's no other taunts coming our way. Yeah, so that's it. I mean, it was good. It was good. We're just going to disengage to get some defense. We're going to go ahead and Iron Hedge to get some defense, because why not? We're going to hold on to this other card. And yay, no attrition damage. Oops, I'm still threatened. Still no attrition damage. Good for Kara. So that was fun. So we're gonna shuffle the stuff. Shuffle the stuff. I'm doing really good here. Like, have I been cheating a lot more than I realize is my question? Maybe. I don't know. But, I mean, I feel like this has been pretty solid so far. We're gonna go ahead and discard these cards. We're gonna go ahead and draw up to our hand size. We're gonna take 1 damage from fatigue. I think I might win. Oh, I said the evil words. I said I think we might win. We all know what that means. It means there's no way that's gonna happen. I'm gonna have a terrible time now. But anywho, monster turns to face me. Cool. So this is gonna be fun. All right, we start by putting a dust here. I just cannot afford dying. So we're going to spend Outflank to move out of the monster's face. Oh, I'm not the aggro player. I don't spend anything, and I move out of the monster's face. Into this space, and that'll be fine because I'm not threatened. We're going to go ahead and play Bulwark, which is going to get us the aggro token. Finally give us the Tactician ability, which means when we're in the front sector, all monster sides are considered exposed. And then I'll be able to do some more fun stuff after that, which I won't be able to do because I won't be able to do any fun stuff. And we're going to play Outflank. And we are just going to sit here and cross our fingers and really, really hope that this is a 1. It is not a 1. There is no way for me to stop this death this time. That is 3 damage, and Leonard sadly goes down. So, bye, Leonard. Okay. I was like, I might win. Just kidding. It had to be the 3. Why did it have to be the 3? Why? We'll see. We'll see if I get to rise up, as they say. And that would have been the end of the round. So everything is different now. Cool. 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 Going to round 5. My health is still great. I am going to go ahead and let's see here. Just trying to figure out what card I want. How hard are we going to go in for killing? We are going to discard a card from our hand to take. It's got to be a defense card. Let's see. Yeah, we'll do this. Let's see how this works out for us all. Yeah, we drank a potion because we were hoping to do a heals. It wasn't gonna happen. Okay, we're gonna do the refresh, getting rid of this tail swipe. We're gonna pop these 2 goobers on here, and we're gonna start our first turn. So I'm gonna have to overrun. Oh, this gets to disappear. This disappears. This will reappear here, so we'll leave it there for now. I'm gonna have to overrun to do some death as usual. So yeah. So that's what we're gonna start with here. So I'm threatened because I'm in front. We're gonna start with playing Finesse, which is gonna let me draw 2 in case I get a better card. I didn't. Then we are going to play Cut Through. You may immediately overrun the monster if you do draw 1. So we overrun the monster, remove one of these. I draw 1 from that card. I'm going to use my special to draw another one. It's all red that I have. I could also have discarded this card to draw 2 when I overran the monster, which we'll say I did. Now we've got a lot more stuff going on here. Okay. How do I increase my sequence? This. Perfect. All right. Here we go. Yeah, we're going to do it this way. 1, 2, 3. We're going to discard this card to play this green card, run through, which lets us immediately overrun the monster. That's a second overrun this turn. I've overrun the monster, and I'm going to deal my weapon damage of 3. Then, this is a chain attack. So I'm going to play this chain, which chains with green. It lets me immediately overrun the monster. So I get to bounce back to the other side. That's now going to do a ton of damage. It's going to do actually 3 times 4 is 12. It's going to do 15, which is going to be enough to do a wound. So this time I'm going to draw 1 with that. Here is a chain that is going to increase my sequence limit by 1 this turn. Yeah, so that is an attack. That attack is going to do 12 plus 3 is 15, which is enough to bring it down to the next wound, but I don't get to do excess damage, but I do get to reduce the hardening, and I get to increase my sequence limit. I do have to reveal this card. Dygorax gains 2 struggle and gets +1 till the end of the round. Place a dust token in my sector. And then it's going to trigger its rage, increase the hardening by 1, place a dust token in the front sector, place fire terrain in the aggro player's sector, and they suffer burning. Oh, when I overran the monster? Okay. No, I had to do that earlier and it wouldn't have worked out. Great. Well, now I can't play any more cards to my sequence because there's fire there, right? Is that what that does? Yeah, so I can't play any more cards, even though I increased my sequence by 1. I do get to do 3 damage because I did a battle dance. I do get to heal 1 because of the reef-bound plate. I did discard one of these, which that would have done 1 damage before I did that, so that's no good. And cool. Well, that just stymied my turn, didn't it? I'm going to hold all of the cards that I have. I don't have a choice. Yay. Okay, yay. Did I screw up? I think I cheated somewhere. But I don't remember where. We're just going to move on. We're just going to move on. I might have cheated. I might die anyway. Whatever. All right, we're going to go ahead. That's it for her turn. We're going to discard these cards to here. We're going to draw 1 more. Monster turns to face me. This flips over. That's the end of this round. So we're going to round 6. Dust tokens. Oh, did I forget to do attrition? I forgot to do attrition. There was dust in my space. I was threatened. I would have taken the damage. It'll be 3 damage. That's fine. I'm going to take it. Okay. Now we go on to the next round. Did I move that yet? This is why I need a second player. Okay, so we're going to move this to 7. Hardening would go up. Doesn't matter. We are going to probably die this round, so I'm going to use this Hatrox to suffer 1 damage and give myself a +3 to my damage for the rest of the turn. Behavior refresh gets rid of the front one, which is nice. It's going to do this. It's going to do this. This is going to shuffle. I am still going to be first player. I am in front of it. So I am going to have to move, which is good. I'll be able to wake up Liam. That's nice. Okay. So we are going to start by moving. Yeah, we're gonna use this yellow card to move over here. Oh, dust. Oh shoot! It takes 2 to move from frickin' frickety frack. Frickety frack. That's a word. Yeah, we're gonna just no. Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna have to discard Shadow Step to move. And I was hoping that I was gonna be able to do a heal. I think I still might be able to. It's just gonna be less simple. And if something bad happens with those cards, it might not be great. Because I can use this to do this. We might still be able to wake me up. Okay, we're going to discard Iron Hedge to play Half Moon, which is going to remove 1 struggle. Yeah, that's a blue card. Then we're going to play Scythe, which chains with this. It will also remove 1 struggle. It will do 6 damage because I gave myself that extra thing this turn. And that does 3 more damage because of Battle Dance. And then that, unfortunately, however, is going to trigger both of these cards. So first we're going to play, oh, this should have been played first, which would have increased hardening level by 1, spending 2 of those. That's fine, because that would have happened beforehand. Then this would have happened with the red card. The active player will suffer damage unless they discard a yellow from their hand. That's fine, I don't care. I'll take 3 damage. Go for it. That's fine. Then I can play Backstab, which is stealthy. It is going to do another 6 damage to the boss, bringing this up to 18. But more importantly, it's going to let me reclaim Shadow Step. Because I've reclaimed Shadow Step, I can now spend 2 stamina to wake up Leonard so that Leonard will actually get a turn. Oh, I'm not threatened anymore for the first time ever. That wasn't as great as I would have liked, but I feel like I did a nice bit of recovery there, and at least Leonard will get a turn now. Yeah, so I'm gonna take all of that as a very strong win. The problem is that the monster is of course going to go first, and we are still very far away from a kill. And my dog is licking the floor. Gizmo, what are you eating? Is it a bug? Are you eating a bug? Are you eating a bug? He's coming to say hi. He's coming to say hi. He's coming to say hi. Would everybody like to? And of course, I drew my wound. Come here, Gizmo. Gizmo says hello. Gizmo says hello. Okay. All right. Okay. We did all that. This would have turned. Okay. He's awake. Attrition for Kara is going to, of course, do damage, which is another 3 damage. She took a lot this turn. And then the monster is going to turn to face her. She's going to discard these. She's going to draw 5. Uh-oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's another 2 damage because of burning. She luckily has 1 more health left thanks to the iron greaves that I had given myself. So there's some stuff that can get fixed here. And we might be able to actually be useful. Oh no, that's when you suffer damage, and I drew it after the attrition, and she has no health, and she's gonna get bit right away, and it's gonna be terrible. Oh no! Okay, yeah, we in trouble. Let's see what we've got here. Dygorax gains 2 struggle, and we place a fire terrain in the front sector because it is stance 3. So we're gonna have to move to do anything. Dust is gonna appear here. That means we're not gonna be in a position where we can heal her on the next turn, which is unfortunate. Costs 2 to move. Not true. It's true. All right, it's going to cost me 2 to move. I need to hold this. All right, we're discarding these 2 cards to move over here. Out of the way. We are playing a blue card to remove 1 struggle from the boss. And I can choose a sector, and in this sector, she can immediately move without paying any stamina cost and get out of the fire. That is unfortunate. Oh, no. I was not the aggro player, so I revealed that and I moved for free. I forgot that I could still do that. Ha 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 ha. That's great. Okay. At least I moved for free. I need to hold on to this. Oops. Hold on to this. And I can't play this. This doesn't really help. I'm just not doing anything else this turn. I got to take a turn, but it was a crud turn. All right, so that is it. That is absolutely it. So attrition damage for me. 0. Ah, I didn't take attrition damage for the first time ever. That was fantastic. Then this is going to actually turn to face her because I didn't really play any cards. We're going to discard this. I can't discard this, so we're going to just draw some more cards, and it's not what I want. Okay, so that is the end of that round. Jesus criminy. We're going to advance the round marker. We get to consume. So she gets to heal 4 with that potion. So that's lovely. That was fantastic. And he's gonna get a potion this time. and discard a card from his hand to search his deck for an attack card. The card we're going to discard is going to be this, and we're going to find a good attack card. We're going to find a good attack card. Maybe that one. I'll take this one. And I'm not going to reshuffle because I don't really pay attention to the order things are in. You're just going to have to trust me on that. But we consumed behavior refresh. We lose goodbye to the tail, and we get 2 more of these. And this is gone now, unfortunately, and she's going to get to start her turn. Sad news. Actually, not so bad. Nope, that's when I suffer damage. That's when I suffer damage. These are both for suffering damage. All right, we're going to discard crossover to move, but instead of moving, we're going to overrun, which lets us remove 1 struggle. And I overran the monsters, so I add a thing here. I can also deal my base weapon damage, which is 3, which will be enough to cause a wound. So we've got 2 wounds left to go. All right. Just gonna have to do as much damage as we can. So we're gonna discard this to play Slice, which is gonna remove 1 threat. And then we're gonna play Blade Rush, which is going to do 4 plus 3 is 7. And trigger Blade Dance, making it 10. And that was 2 thingies in a row, so we're triggering this, which is Dygorax gains 2 struggle, gets +1 damage to the end of the round, place a dust token in the aggro players section. Saw that coming. And that's everything that I can do this turn, which is fine. And then we are going to definitely get, I forgot to get threatened. We are definitely going to get aggroed. Oh, this should have flipped. We're definitely going to get aggroed, yep. So that is going to be 4 damage to me. I can discard this card to immediately overrun the monster. Oh, and I have 1 health left still. So I immediately overrun the monster and draw 1. The overrun is going to do my base weapon damage again, which is 3 more, and I draw 1. Great. Okay. Yeah. Discard, draw up the rest. And it's going to turn to face me, which is good. All right, at the start of Leonor's turn, we put a dust token here. I am going to let myself get threatened. We're both threatened. I don't have another threatened token. Oh no. I think they're in like my player bags for the other thing. I will just have to remember that I'm threatened. Actually, I can move for free. I got a green card. I'm not aggro. Am I gonna? 6. I'm not gonna really do overblow damage, so I'm gonna go ahead and use a movement for free to get out of dodge. There. What's this one do? I have all these preventing damage cards, which don't really do anything for me because of life. So I just don't have enough to really do a ton. We're gonna go ahead. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and play Shield Block. That's going to reveal this card. Dygorax gains 2 struggle, which causes a Unleash. The Unleash is going to do 4 damage. Before that happened, I discarded this card to immediately overrun the monster, which would have done 3 damage to it. When a behavior card is revealed, nope, that's the only one. So the Unleash is going to knock out Kara. So she's out. She out. Which means the active player is going to suffer damage unless they play a defense card as the next card in their sequence. We are triggering this Enrage. Increase the hardening level by 1. Place a dust token in the front sector. Place a damn it, fire token in the aggro player sector, and I now have aggro because she just died, and now I have burning, and I missed that part in my logic, and it's gonna get 1 from this, and great. So now I can't play any more cards. Oh shoot, that sucked. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Dang. Now I can't play any more cards. One, so at least I didn't take attrition damage from that. So this goes here. We get to draw 1. Turns to face me. I have the first player token, but I don't think I was supposed to. So I don't think she gets a turn there. I don't think she's going to be able to get a chance to wake up. I think that's the end of the round. Yeah. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Oh, I wasn't able to play another card in my sequence, but I was able to discard this card to not take that damage, and then I could have drawn that. Okay. So we do the end of round card. Each player in a sector with a dust token. I'm actually not in one, so that doesn't do anything to me, which is interesting. This goes away. This goes, well, let's do end of round stuff. All of these go away. This fire goes away. This fire flips. We advance to the next round. I can consume. This might be one of the last strikes. Let's see if there's any reason to. This card to draw that card, and that was my last potion. And then we refresh, all of these refresh, which is not great, I don't think. No, definitely not great. He's going to gain 2. Because now I got that freaking yellow card out again. God damn it. And we start with him doing this. Gets 2 struggle. Place a fire token in the front sector. I'm burning again, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 discarded. This goes here. It's the enraged one again. God damn it. I am the aggro player. I am going to discard this to move to here because I have to move in order to do freaking anything. I am going to discard these 2 cards to help her res, I guess. To be free. This is damage. She's knocked out, so she doesn't exist. Yeah, we're gonna play Shield Dance, which is an attack. It does 3 damage to the boss, bringing it to 19, which means it has 1 left on this wound threshold. It just is what it is. I don't see any way to avoid this. We're going to trigger attrition. I'm going to take 4 damage from that, 3 damage from that. Its hardening level goes up by 1, but that doesn't really matter. We discard this. We draw up to our hand size. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I was burning, so I'm going to take 2 more damage from that. I still have 2 health left because I at least gave myself 7 health armor. But I really just don't see how. Oh, I don't see how I'm going to pull this off at this point. I thought I was doing. Ooh, I thought I was doing okay, but I am not doing okay now. It is going to turn to face me. She gets to stand up but not do anything. But at least she's up. At least she's up. She's up. She's up. She won't be first player, but she's up. That is the end. Yep, that's the end of the round. So this fire goes away. We're now on the last round of the game, officially. And it's gonna get nastier from here. We don't have any potions to consume. Yellow one goes away. The tail one comes out. This triggers, so we're gonna get an unleash. Let's see if I have any way of stopping that. Okay, so the unleash is going to do 3 damage. That is going to be enough to kill Leonard, but at least he has something that when he suffers damage, he can do 3 damage back. So we at least will get this down to that last moon layer. So if she can pull off 20 damage, we can do it, and she can discard this to have that damage, so that she only takes 1, and she draws a card. Okay, and then her turn starts. She's going to have to move because she can't do anything from the front. So we'll discard Shadow Step to move. I got crap. We're going to play this card and try drawing one. Still crap. Crap. Well, we'll see how much damage we can do. This is going to do 3 damage. We can play this to do 3 more damage. Oh. Remove a struggle. Trigger Battle Dance, bringing us up to 9. But this triggers everything else and all of the bad ones happen. So Dygorax gains 2 struggle, gets +1 damage to the end of the round, place a dust token in the aggro player's section, increase hardening by 1, place a dust token in the aggro player's section, place a fire terrain in the aggro player's section. Players in that section suffer burning. Great. So this all goes here. That is 1 more for the flip. Oh, that was the end of her turn. She doesn't have another turn. We've run out of time either way. I don't know why I'm doing this. Well, I guess we'll find out if I die. Oh, these go like this. We do attrition. It's 2. That's enough to do 4 more damage. I don't die, but I do run out of time. And that is challenge number 2 done. Oh, you know, I really wish I had a second person here to help my brain deal with this. And this was tough to do because work's been tough lately, so that's been exhausting. And we all know what today is. Yeah, I did it. I did it. I did the challenge. I failed at the challenge. Maybe someday I will succeed at a challenge. Today was not this day. I actually did much better than I thought I did. Like, the monster had 11 health left. Like, with a little... That one turn where I was like, if I don't take attrition... If I didn't draw a 3 on that one attrition damage turn, I think I would have pulled it off. But also, I probably cheated a few times. I probably cheated a few times against myself too, because it's always what happens when I play this game. But thank you for tuning in to the very, very late October challenge of Primal. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and do not forget, keep those health bars full. Thank you, and I will see you next time.